After completing the 2 essays in this course, I was able to sit back and reflect on my experiences. This is what I will take away from the course the most. After writing my choice essay, I have really reflected on how far I've come in my life since I was 17 years old. I'm now 21 and a junior at UK. I can't believe how fast the time has flown and the absolute wonderful memories I've made. Making the choice to go to the University of Kentucky is a choice that I will be very proud of for the rest of my life. UK is a place that has taught me so much, and I pray that when I have kids that they will become part of the Big Blue Nation. I have also learned a lot by reading other choice essays. It was so interesting to see what students in the same class as me were having to make life choices about. I will never forget reading one of the examples given to us as we were in the middle of writing our own choice essays. In the example, a girl had to make the choice to stop cutting herself, and that choice completely turned her life around. This example impacted my writing in an emotional way. When I was 17 years old and had to choose what college to go to, there were times where I felt like the world was crashing down on me. I wanted to highlight that emotion so that others could try to identify with what I was going through. Because I made the decision I did, it impacted my life in a big way. I couldn't imagine being where I am today without the University of Kentucky. After doing my analysis on Fig Leaf Boutique, I learned so much about retail selling tactics. There are so many different ideas that go into building a successful store. Not only do you have to focus on color schemes, but also silent subliminal tactics that are proven to make customers shop longer and buy more stuff that they don't necessarily want or need. I learned what it's like to do a thorough analysis somewhere. I also learned how to deliver a solid speech that presented all the information I picked up from doing the analysis. I thought that the analysis speech was a fun and interesting way to show what I learned. I will never forget watching the examples of good speeches and bad speeches. The bad speeches were so terrible that it scared me into delivering the best speech I possibly could. I did not want to be used as an example of what not to do. As for weaknesses, although I'm a journalism major, I'm not always confident in my writing. I love spilling my emotions onto paper, but I worry that I won't relate to my readers or keep their attention. It was good to get feedback in the class after doing our drafts. Constructive criticism is not always easy to receive, but it does help. Overall, I feel like my only weakness is my conscience telling me that I am not a good writer and that my writing isn't strong enough. As for how I feel about what I learned, I loved writing the choice and analysis essays. Those were my favorite. At some point in the last 3 years, I forgot how emotional it was to make that choice of where to go to college. Sitting down and writing that choice essay reminded me of that time, but it was also a good way of showing me how far I've come in the last 3 to 4 years. This essay gave me a boost of confidence. I was able to see how much I've matured since then and how fortunate I am that I've been given the opportunities that have led me to the place that I am in my life today. The analysis essay I did on Fig Leaf really opened my eyes to the business side of retail. I've shopped in so many stores, but only after the analysis did I realize that subliminal tactics were used on customers to get them into the store and buy things that they didn't necessarily want or need. After this analysis, essay, and speech, I have yet to go into a store and not find myself wondering what subliminal tactics are used on me. I feel confident in saying that my composition skills have improved tremendously, and I have learned what solid writing and deliberation looks like.